this is someone who doesn't just talk about the future, but it is someone who really tries to help people make sense of the future in unpredictable environments, with deep insights into what's predictable and what isn't, and how AI is reshaping human relevance. Let's please welcome to the stage futurist, author, and strategic provocateur, Roger Spitz. The stage is yours.
Thanks, Harald. And just, I'm seeking redemption. I used to be an investment banker, but I'm seeking redemption, so just to point that out. And as an investment banker and currently futurist, I have a very, very deep interest in philosophy. And one of the big questions I've been wrestling with is agency and choice. Now, in 1882, Friedrich Nietzsche declared that God was dead. And that was not so much a provocation from a religious standpoint, but actually a big question around meaning and what's next for humanity. Many of you may know, but Nietzsche was actually born about 20 kilometers from here and went to Leipzig University, where he did a lot of his work and research. And today we face an intersection of technology and philosophy with interesting questions, as AI is basically a fundamental, pervasive element to our work, to our lives, and importantly, to our decisions. So much so that Pope Leo, last week, I think, following on from the important work that the Vatican is actually doing on AI, considered that AI was one of the biggest challenges for humanity. So we look at this lens of the future of AI, decision-making, and agency through that intersection of technology and existentialism. Now, in the 19th and 20th century, existential philosophers spent a lot of time on these questions around freedom, agency, and choice. And when you had Jean-Paul Sartre or Simone de Beauvoir sitting in Les Deux Magots in Paris, it was a world where humanity basically had pretty much exclusivity on human decisions. And existing in the world was simply being human in the world. Now, in the 21st century, you're sharing this decision-making with algorithms. And maybe the sharing is equally distributed or not, which we'll have a think about. And so existence in the world today is existence in a technological world. And our existentialist condition is one of deep uncertainty, with the beauty and the dualities of tensions and contradictions and paradoxes. And our tech-essential world is no different. So we're going to unpack that. The real question in tech-essentialism for me, what we call tech-essentialism, which is thinking about humanity, decision-making, and existence in an existential technological world, really boils down to what control you have on technology. This is not a new topic. Heidegger and others have spent time on that important topic. But it's really to do also with what is predetermined, what is predictable, or what is unpredictable, actually. And Jean-Paul Sartre, who's one of the well-known philosophers, famously said, "Existence precedes the essence. L'existence précède l'essence." And by that, he simply meant that you exist, you create your beingness, and you can do that thanks to uncertainty. And so although it wasn't maybe an era of AI, fundamentally it does boil down to that question as to what is predictable or not. And what does it mean for AI, and what does it mean for foresight, or for anything you might use AI for in contemplating and exploring the future?